What's up, nerds? It's your boy, the OG GM, coming to you live from a rainy Site B here on a cold, sleepy, are those icicles? Wednesday morning at Site B. It's March, it's 2023. It's the 22nd day of March, and it is still raining. Curse you, rain. And now it is time for me to rain down some tabletop role-playing game news on you because it's Wednesday, so it's time to take a look at all the physical toys, swag, products, supplements, stuff that should be, might be, could be, maybe on the shelf of your friendly local game store if you're lucky enough to live near a friendly local game store. These should all be available, but don't take my word for it. Before you head on over to your friendly local game store, call ahead to make sure they have it in stock, because I wouldn't want you to get there and then be all upset because the latest episode of, Sandwiches D20 is not available stuff. Unless you're like me and you live in a city that has five game type shops all within an hour drive, none of which actively support role-playing. I'm not bitter. All right, Comptometer, what do you have for us? First and foremost, from our friends over at Studio Agate, we have a bunch of new stuff for their Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition line, both hardcover and softcover. We have Creatures 2, Inhabitants of the Netherworld, and Canker's Agents, both hardcover and softcover, and Legends of Iana, Resurrection of the Netherworld, both hardcover and softcover. Legends of Anna, Netherworld Tunnels, both hardcover and softcover. And Legends of Iana, Aboleths of Blackwater, both hardcover and softcover. The hardcovers are running you about $60. The softcovers are running you about $20. They are all new monsters and adventures set in the campaign world of Studio Agate, I guess. Creatures Netherworld is a collection of 180 new monsters. The Legends of Arana are all 5 adventures set in and around this campaign setting, dealing with stuff. The first one seems to deal with invasion from the Netherworld. The second one seems to continue that invasion from the Netherworld theme. And the third one deals with aboleths. Now, if you're not sure what aboleth is, I don't know if anybody actually is. They're a monster that has wandered around D&D. They're like, imagine if a brain-eating Cthulhu fish from another dimension that lived at the bottom of the ocean. Yeah, I don't know. I never understood them. From Mutant Crawl Classics, we have Scientific Barbarian, Annual Number 1. Scientific Barbarian, Issue Number 4, Night of the Space Apes and Center of Repose. Check this artifact and fight this mutant. All from Mud Puppy Games, all for the amazingly ridiculous, fun, awesome Mutant Crawl Classic. I just recently got a chance to play Dungeon Crawl Classic again, and I cannot tell you how much I love that game. So Scientific Barbarian is a collection of adventures all set in and around the world of Mutant Crawl Classics. Check this artifact contains 30 new artifacts and weapons and armor and robots from the ancient world to fit the Gonzo theme of Mutant Crawl Classics. And Fight This Mutants features 30 new monsters for your characters to fight in the wackadoodle world of Mutant Crawl Classics. So if you're looking for some Gamma World style Thundar the Barbarian post-apocalypse nonsense, these are all available. They're all running you about $20. Could be fun. From Kobold Press, we have Campaign Builder Cities and Towns and Campaign Builder Map Folio. These are limited edition hardcover supplements for D&D or pretty much any fantasy game that needs map. They're maps and tools to make map and hints and ideas to enhance maps. All from Kobold Press. Hey, Kobold, maybe instead of this, you could do more work on Project Black Flag because we're almost into April and we've literally only seen 2 updates. I don't know. I mean, I find it kind of weird that you and Paizo are having so much trouble making stuff for the ORC and for the post-OGL when Chaosium had no trouble. Troll Lord Games had no trouble. And Shadow Dark, she came out with that, and it's literally 2 people working there. And so, but you and Paizo are still sort of dredging us along. So maybe instead of doing this, you could have invested that energy in Project Black Flag. Just saying. I'm not bitter. I don't know. Maybe this is something people want. $75 folder of maps when you can get maps for free on the internet. I don't know. Moving on before I get in trouble. From RV Games, for the never-ending love affair with Mothership, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 new adventures for Mothership, all running you around $7. We have Cerdo Cycle, which is a pamphlet adventure featuring a spaceship. We have The Great Crossing Heresies, Snag the Suit, Burn the Vermin, and High Water Everywhere. These are all pamphlet adventures about the wonderful, disturbing, sci-fi, horror, dark space adventure that is Mothership, the game that just won't stop. My vote for Tabletop Role-Playing Game of the Year for 2023, Mothership. From Mana Project Studios, we have Historia Map Packs and Historia Art Book. These are $20 books. The first one is all maps of the world of Historia, and the second one is all art based in and around the world of Historia. So I've got maps, art, stuff like that. So if you're interested in the artwork of the World Fantasy projects that have come out of Mana Project Studio, $20 would get you these books and these maps. Remember, you can get maps for free online. And that's it for today. Yeah. Nothing really jumping out at me except for the Mutant Crawl Classic stuff, but just because I love the Dungeon Crawl Classic and Mutant Crawl Classic. But again, nothing really. Mothership love is always nice, but yeah, nothing really exciting today. So these are all supposedly available at your friendly local game store. If you're lucky enough to live in a city that has a friendly local game store, why do I keep doing this with my hands? If there's a project I mentioned that you want to get, maybe call ahead, make sure they have it. Don't just rush down there and say, well, the OGM told me you had this book in, because they might not have it in. Yeah, so there you go. That's it for this week. A slow week for Tabletop Role-Play Game product. As you know, Chaosium announced that they will be having their first post-OGL January product coming out at the end of this month, early next month. So we will hopefully see a resurgence of one of my favorite systems, Call of Cthulhu / basic role-playing. Yay! Till next time, if you appreciate this content, let me know. If you don't appreciate this content and wanted me to change something, let me know. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe yet, please subscribe. You still have like 10 days to help me reach 1,300 subs. Yes! And if you're feeling generous and want to support the OGGM, the best way you can do it is head on down to Big Geek Emporium and buy my merch. Yes, my merch. My amazing, exciting 9 issues of Minions on a Mission. Each issue featuring one monster dedicated to multiple variations of the monsters, presenting new rules and ideas for those specific monsters. Issue number 1, of course, was Slime. Remember when I came out with that Slime issue like a year ago? And then like so many other people were kickstarting and crowdfunding modules and adventures about Slime, and they were charging like $30, $100, and I'm like, mine's $2. I did it first, and I did it first for $2. All these guys are copying me. Yeah, so you could spend $30 on a book about Slime, or you can head over to Big Geek Emporium and spend $2 on a book about Slime. Yeah, I've also done a Goblin book, Undead book, Killer Plants books, and most recently NPCs. So use the link down below, head on over to Big Geek Emporium and buy my merch. The OGGM appreciates you. And if you appreciate the OGGM, stay safe, and I will talk to you later. Oh, man, I am worn out of this weather. Just please, enough rain. See ya.